everyone. It's been quite a while. Ooh, I might be a little loud. Let me turn me down just a little bit more. But yeah, hello everyone. How have you all been? We had quite a busy 2 to 3 weeks, and in which we didn't really stream much for building Louisville, but we have made some progress. But for this stream, we are gonna be we're gonna be we're gonna be working on one of the newer maps. Do you plan on redoing the original videos with real voice actors instead of AI? When we get to it, most likely. I mean, right now we have a lot more other projects, but there's gonna be a few things we're redoing, but not at the moment. Most likely it'd be a thing after we do the Louisville saga, the 2 episodes we're working on now, and the next season of the Enigma universe. That's when we'd most likely be redoing anything if needed. In which it was only the 1 video, so. Okay, let's get this going. So if you're a member of our Patreon or YouTube members, you would have most likely, project froze. You probably would have gotten a notification early on and have seen some of the projects we were working on, and in which we basically give hints at as well in the public eyes for what we're, I guess, upgrading or redoing. One of the newest maps that we are looking at, or at least working on, would be one that we're coming back to from the Exclusion Zone video. Let's go ahead and I can show it to you guys. Is this it? Ooh, it's not really recording the right thing here. Main capture, here we go. Nope. There we go. For some reason it was still showing the old thing. Anyway, so as we promised, there were going to be 1 to 2 episodes before the Louisville saga gets released, and this is the map we are working on and redoing in a way to show one of those episodes, which is pre-outbreak Muldra. We had the idea of Muldra being completely set up with decorations for the 4th of July, so there will be flags everywhere, fruit stands, hot dog carts, stuff like that. And luckily for this map, since it's much smaller than Louisville, we can at least see it in real time a lot more than, well, Louisville, because it's not going to break our computer. But we're just going to be basically touching this up, making more buildings, getting the idea of how people lived, you know, before everything went down. And then after that, I don't know, we don't really have to animate much of the 2nd episode because it'd be one of our most, I'd say one of our weirdest episodes yet, because it'd be focusing on one of the weirdest topics of Zomboid, and that'd be the meteor showers. since we did find a correlation within the lore, since they talked about like meteor showers quite a bit randomly, and we're like, that doesn't make sense why they would do that. But as we kept digging through the lore of the game and other zombie media, we probably found, or well, no, we did find a sort of correlation. So the next episode will be based on that and what it is, and it's not going to be aliens. We've seen so many theories about that. That'd be the least likely thing we ever animate for that. Let's see here. But we've also made a few changes to Muldra. The way you usually know it is, I think it's just a one giant turn that goes up across and goes up the mountain. Ours is a little different with the mountain pass, and then there's gonna be a little city here. I forget what this area is called, I have to model that. But essentially, you have the exclusion zone video that happened here where they started building up camp and then they went down the main road. But for our Muldra, there will be a giant underground little tunnelway, which we have plans for that as well. So we'll see what happens. Also, I need to update something just so I can make sure the stream is archived. But anyway, since we have now basically caught up to everything what we've done and what I guess we've been doing in the past, how have y'all been? Let's see, a few things we're gonna do here. I mean, we need to make a few buildings for Muldra, but it's not that many. I mean, you're talking maybe gas station here. Just, it's all neighborhoods, and that's just an easy thing to place down. Since the main focus for the next episode would just be a drive-by, we're not going into Muldra, essentially. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and get this going. I'm gonna go ahead and put this over here because this at least signifies that the gas station will be there. We'll be needing roadblocks. Or road cubes, more specifically. Actually, I've never thought of it yet. I'm gonna mute the music for you guys real quick and make sure it's not too loud for you. Okay, yeah, it seems fine. Okay, let's turn that back on for you. Okay, so we essentially just need to get like the first 2 rows of Muldra done. And that's not really a big order. You got a gas station here, sort of a, I think that's a Spiffos there. I might be able to use some pre-made buildings we have as well, because again, this is just, for this episode, it's just going to be people driving by this location. We just wanted it to be, you know, touched up. It's the day right before the 4th of July for this episode that will be airing. So, of course, people would be preparing for the 4th. Actually, that's pretty good then. Yeah, that's good. But besides us doing everything, how have you all been? I know we've gotten many questions for like in the Discord and stuff, but I'd like to think that maybe that you guys are divided from the Discord in a way. The YouTube community is its own thing. So we never really get to know how y'all are doing. Is that, yeah, that's one whole road. It's a little bit smaller, so it's fine. I do honestly wish there would be a way we could export the entire map as Zomboid. That way we wouldn't have to do this. But I guess it also gives us its, like, a little bit of charm to it. Everything is made by hand and we don't have to worry about anything being off. Put that there. And honestly, it seems like this will be fairly easy. Muldra is pretty straight for just roads, not really too many twists and curves or anything like that. Unlike Louisville. That road, I'll probably do an actual road. Yeah. That long one. Here, I need to open up just so we can get the Zomboid map. Even though I have this here, I need to see what type of buildings are in the way. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's auto-saving as well. So the things that we have to make without a doubt for Muldra is Spiffo's restaurant, a bank, a gas station, that one's gonna be easy. A Sunstar hotel, a little bit of a mini mall area, which we can work with. Elementary school, abandoned restaurant, huh. A Pizza World restaurant. And then another mini mall. There's a lot more on here. Is this... I'm starting to wonder if this map's up to date then, because there's a lot more buildings than I thought. Oh no, these are just smaller than intended. Okay, where was I at? The police station, VHS store, restaurant, diner, and another gas station. Okay, I mean, yeah. The whole thing seems fairly simple. Nothing over the top or anything like that. But let me see here real quick. So, across the street here. Is this supposed to be... Okay, so I'm gonna have to put the Spiffos here, and then probably get rid of the bank. Just for how old Muldra was when we made it. We made the city before we even did the map like this with the layout. Like how we're doing Louisville. We did everything like eyeballing it. So there was quite a few things we missed. Yeah, those were supposed to be over there. Yeah, that's fine though. As long as it looks, I guess, American, festive, Independence Day type decorations, then it should be fine. Because we have cloth physics through all these as well, so it'll be eye-catching in some way. Trying to think of what other decorations we could do for those though. We have flags, we have hot dog stands, we have, well, hanging flags, we have dividers, which are decorated as well. We have fruit stands, vegetable stands, because people obviously would have those. What other decorations could we use for that? I guess we'll find out later on. We need to also change things out for that. So that's the gas station. Okay, so Spiffos isn't even here at all. I hope there's enough room for it. If not, I'll shrink it down a bit. Yeah, we'll try our best with that. See, we just get a full rain here. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we'll have to do it like this. Obviously get these out of here. We don't need them anymore. Let's see, what do we need? We need a side entrance, and then we need a front entrance, yeah. Okay, we could do that. We need 2 entrances, right? No, that's fine. Noticing that road isn't straight. Okay, I'll have to fix that as well. Let's see. That is on the middle. Okay. Does that fix it? Not entirely. It fixes a little bit. Let's straighten it out a little bit more. There we go. That's perfect. Now we just need to get a little bit of a building platform. We'll probably get all of the roads and layouts ready just for us to make the buildings, I guess, ready to be built. Just so when we get back into this at some point, then we can just automatically start building on one of the platforms. That should be big enough for a building, right? Yeah. Make a minor adjustment to it. Okay, that platform's ready. Let's see, since the bank isn't there, oh, we're just not doing the bank at all. So the gas station will be right after that. Yeah, that should be fine. I just need to look at this and make sure it's fine. There's a back road we need to watch out for. Okay. So a road goes all the way down. Yeah, this has to be an older version of the Zomboid map because there is no path here that I'm looking at. Because there's supposed to be a path that goes all the way to the back here, which is fine. We can accommodate for that. Let's see, what else is there? Essentially, I just need to make a little bit of a back way for the gas station area. The gas station actually might be the easiest out of everything because I think we have quite a few of them pre-built, in which we might be able to just copy and paste some for or from Louisville, some of these buildings, since there's quite a few that share the same design. Okay. Yeah. So behind all of these, there will be a fence. Yeah. Okay, that'll make some things easier. Actually, I'm gonna grab one of these just so I can get that ready. How much more does that stick off from the ground? Not much. Okay, that's fine. There we go. No, the grass is still there, but that's fine for right now. We won't be worrying about the grass texture or anything until we get all the road laid down for the front half. Is there? Yeah, there is. Okay. To do a few things. Yeah, it's lined up, so that's good. Yeah, that's good there. There we go. Is there a sidewalk for the side of the gas station there? There is not, but we can do some creative liberties for it. It's fine. Oh, froze. No, it's not frozen. Where is my mouse then? Is it's stuck on OBS. Hold on. I click on and off. There we go. I got my mouse back. That was weird. Like locked onto OBS. No, I'm not gonna do this for every single drive-in area. Wouldn't make sense putting a whole sidewalk here. Just for the beginning half. This one is more of a gas station. People walk around there, so I mean it's more understandable. Now let me pull open the map again, and actually I don't need to do that. Yeah, there we go. I think after we get all this, we might be able to fit enough time to make one of the buildings, or at least drop down either pre-mades or buildings we've already done from Uldra. It's not good. There we go. Actually matches up well, that's good. I need the light post to go at least to decent areas. God, feels like there's something in my throat. But as I was saying, I need the light post to go in decent areas. I don't want them to be like in the middle of, I guess, like a street or something like that. Wouldn't make sense whatsoever. Let's see, what is this down here? So we have a road. This is a little bit... I'm assuming that's where this is. I have no idea where I am on the map. Okay, let's see. Gas station, hotel. Then the mini mall area. Yeah. And then this would be the elementary school. That doesn't look like an elementary school. Unless that's the old layout for it. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing it now. So elementary school, this is what it used to be. And then abandoned building. And then down here. Okay, I see it now. Is Pizza Hut or whatever here. And a mini mall area there. And then a little bit further down. The mini mall section, yeah. And that there would be Greenies. Then after the mini mall, we have the VHS store here and the barn restaurant there and a diner here. And then after that, just another gas station. Okay, so it at least follows the layout in some way. So, yeah, we're not that far off for everything. Just need to be careful when we keep everything, though. Like, I don't know how many of these... A lot of these areas do not include a drive-in, except for down here and there. It's all sidewalk. So we'll just have to be wary of that. Or not accidental like roads in areas they shouldn't be. But then again, it is our like little version of Maldra, so I guess we can make some slight changes if wanted. Okay, so that part of the sidewalk's done. Let me just go ahead and place these in. Really get to see pre-outbreak, like anything. So I'm trying to make this as vibrant and if you were to put an ETA on what, if you were to put an ETA, what would you say? 8 months, 8 weeks, 3 months, 8 months. Yes, 8 months. An ETA for what? Are you talking about the Louisville saga? Or are you talking about like the video I'm working on right now for pre-outbreak Muldra. Because I could probably getting finished with the map. Well, so for this, only a matter of weeks for this actually, because this episode is gonna focus on July 3rd, in which is the day the truck spilt with all the hazardous waste and stuff. And essentially we're gonna have the military crew that was taking care of the truck. They're gonna drive past pre-outbreak Muldra on July 3rd, in which obviously the town, or the town would be getting ready for July 4th. And as you can see, it's not that much building compared to Louisville. I mean, we have 2 gas stations which are already made. I just need to put them on the map. And then maybe like 5 major buildings, in which they're not big at all, in which I might be able to use pre-built buildings as well to just fill them in there, and the rest is neighborhoods. And the main crash doesn't even happen here. It happens all the way like down here. So maybe sometime in August, because also a good chunk of the people who have already signed up to be voice actors in this episode have already gave me their lines. About 60, I'd say 70-80% of the voice lines are already done. And the animations for this is not hard as well. It will be a simple, visual representation of, damn, this is how the truck spilt over of all the hazardous material. So yeah, I would say without a doubt sometime in August. The Louisville map and episodes, those will take longer because you got, hundreds of people that we're going to be animating. While this, it's only going to be like 13 of the main crew, and the rest is going to be us having to act out as, well, regular people, as like Muldra citizens and children and stuff, getting ready for the parade. So yeah, it'll be really soon. The second episode that will be coming out slightly with it, in which should actually not take that long. We originally said there was only going to be 1 short episode to release before the Louisville saga, but we came to a revelation that we might have figured out what they meant when we noticed in the lore they kept talking about meteor showers and stuff like that. And we're like, why do they keep talking about that? It doesn't make sense to like point it out. And we sort of of why they probably mentioned it while looking at the lore of Zomboid and other zombie media. But that episode will be more of a I'm trying to think of the best wording for it. More of a listening type episode. You won't see a lot, but you will hear a lot of things from it. Because it's not really an action-based episode or anything like environmental. It's like, oh damn, this is what's actually happening. And no, it's not going to be fucking aliens. We're not doing that. I've seen the theories for that. There's so many weird theories. But yeah, August, the convoy video, and most likely September or very, very early October, the meteors video. Let's see, what is this right here? Hold on, I forgot. We're skipping over. Yeah. Is that correct? Hold on. So is this the Yeah, it is. Okay, so this is the electronics store here. Yeah, that's fine. So that one's good. And then okay, this here is then the elementary school, which is such a different layout. Oh, could it be that? Could it be I've been using the wrong one this entire time? Yes, I have. Okay. I was on the build 41 map. Yeah, that sort of sucks. Doesn't change a lot, but it at least actually helps me get an idea what is here. Okay. So this is an entire playground. That's why that looks weird. Okay. Okay. And then this down here. Oh, is there actually an entrance here? Is that an entrance? Yeah. Okay, there's two entrances. You know, I should probably do that first. I was thinking about how I'm gonna eyeball placing the buildings here one by one. I'm gonna just do stuff like this. Actually, what is this here? That's a construction site, so that's not really anything. Okay, so I don't need that there. Oh, everything is looking great. I was wondering if you guys are getting lines to VAs as you get around to producing each episode. Yeah. We, if you saw the announcements, we announced we announced the first small episode that we're doing before, which is the convoy one. And we have sent out voice lines and stuff for those VAs already. And we have about 70 to 80% of those done. And we have another small episode that'll be right after that, just before the Louisville saga, starts. And the VAs or anything for that yet, so people would be able to up for grabs them, which would focus on the meteors of Zomboid and everything. But when we do the Louisville saga and everything, because I know you got a roll, when we start getting close to that episode, then yeah, we'll be either DMing you or asking you to make a ticket or something like that, so we can just keep an idea of, the lines and the progress of them. Is this how it is? Yeah, it is. Some of these maps are weird. But yeah, the episode for this one should be done really fairly quick, as we're just doing sort of a drive-by of pre-outbreak Muldra, and then focusing down there essentially. But it shouldn't take much time at all since we already got most of the lines. Do wish it was quicker though. I do know that we've asked quite a few people to VA a few things, but sadly things like these take time. We can't really spend, oh god damn, we can't really spend a crap ton of money either. We don't really have that large of a budget. Let's see here. That's at 75, okay. What is is that a sand pit? That is a sand pit, okay. Yeah, so that's the restaurant and that's the abandoned diner. Well, it's not abandoned, just diner. That is quite a large restaurant. And a water tower? Okay. I guess I can do that at the end. Okay, now I just need to place the asphalt in those areas. Well, I actually have to do these still, don't I? Yep. Okay. That should be fine. Whoa. looking at this, it should not even take me... I might even have this done in like 3 days. Depending on how complex the buildings are and how much I work off stream. Won't be that much of an issue. There's a lot of things to focus on though. Okay, well, that's the construction site, so we don't need to worry on that. Let's finish doing this here, yeah. So what is this? This is... Oh, this is not street at all over here. No, this is all sidewalk. Okay, so I need to do... I'll color it as street right now, but I'll do a sidewalk after. This here's a side, or a street. Yeah. Okay. So this whole thing here needs to be covered. Okay, I'm looking good. No, there's no grass here yet. Can't compare that. Okay. That is all the main buildings sort of laid out and the main roads. Let me... I'm gonna sort of do the back roads and let me save real quick just so I don't lose everything. Do sort of like the back roads a little bit just so it gives it some in-depth. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this main road here. So I know it probably will be the biggest issue. So we just do that, and then... yeah. Sort of get back right on the right track to where we need to go. Yeah, there we go. Can we delete that one because grab the wrong arrow. Okay. Almost fully done. Now, is there any other super windy roads I have to do? Not really. The back areas here, like everything behind this area here, I'm not gonna do unless it's like a very tall building. Let me look first. Is there anything like that? In the back right here is like a tavern, so it could be peeking out a little bit, but I could just put a random building there for now because it's not anything super important. So I would just need to focus on the neighborhoods and a little bit behind what the buildings are here, because this is, oh, that's an open valley. Okay, so I might have to worry about that. I could do some barns and stuff over there. It makes sense. Yeah. We'll see what happens. We're obviously just working on it as we go. But for that type of road, I think we are fine. Let me go ahead and save again. Okay. So let's get an idea of what else is here. Storage units, of course. Is there anything else? noticing that I don't know what that is. If it's gravel, I'm assuming it might be gravel. These here, they're not asphalt. I'm guessing I might just paint them on. Okay. Make them dirt trails or something. Because this here, this would be like a gravel in a way, this material. Even though it's a lighter asphalt, but this is completely lighter. Really just catches me off guard. Huh. Okay, well, let's get the other roads finished that are at least identifiable. What is this? Is this the police station? Oh, it is. Okay. That is very small for a police station, my god. Huh. Okay, so that is all done for that. We got the base areas done. We just need to do now. Well, it might be better to cover the area in grass and then carve out what we need, because the rest of it will be grass. Yeah. That'd be more of a final thing though, so I think at the time we'll just go ahead and start placing buildings. So let's see here, what are some buildings we can go ahead and use? We have a clothing store, a bookstore. Is there the ground floor I can look at for these to see how they are made? They're not complex, so that's fine. So I can make those. Is there any buildings I can like drop a pre-made building on? I mean, the shopping mall areas probably. Yeah. Those areas might be. I'm looking at a side map right now. You probably don't see anything. It would be over by the hotel area. Ooh, crap, it's lagging real quick. There we go. So right here, let's see if we got any buildings we can use. We are looking for some simple buildings. How big are these compared to that stuff? They're about that size. They're about what we need. I mean, it's a shopping mall area though. This is more apartment district. So let's lay out what we got and see what we can put in here. Since I don't really care for the mini mall areas because they don't seem that significant. What's in here? A liquor store, clothing store, adult education center, and a cafeteria. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we'll be focusing much on this area over here. And at least we'd be able to, I guess, get one section of the map fully ready. Okay. Those are flashing too, so we'll have to watch out. There's a lot of lag happening on my computer. I don't know why. You know what? we'll keep this one, we'll keep Muldra 100%, you know, accurate, besides the bank missing and everything. So, I think for now, the whole layout of the map is finished, and we can start essentially placing whatever we need anywhere. I think for now we may stop stream just because it's been a while and we're getting right back into streaming, so we don't want to overexert or anything like that. So we'll probably stop for now, and I'll work on the map, you know, off stream and stuff. I'll probably get all the, you know, mini houses placed and stuff, because those aren't really anything. It's just there's a quantity of them, but nothing major. And then when we come back to stream or sometime like that, I'll start making the big buildings and stuff, in which some of them are already made from the old map, so it's not anything impossible. So it'll be a good experience in us getting adjusted to streaming once again. But yeah, oh my god, there is so much space. I didn't realize Muldra was so... It's not that big, actually. Yeah, I think it's... Muldra is the smallest one, isn't it? Compared to others... Oh, maybe this is smaller. What is that? Is that Echo Creek? I don't know the areas of the map. That is Riverside. Riverside may be the smallest. Oh, no, there's Fallis Lake too. And Rosewood. Of course I picked the biggest areas to do the videos in. Can I just say that your movie was a blast? Have watched it so many times I've lost count, and gotta say that's the best fan-made movie that I have ever seen. Thank you very much. I will say that if you are hoping for new episodes to come out, there will be some real soon, most likely one in August and another one in October. Nothing too major, but at least it would fill your hunger a little bit if you want more. I just need to finish making Muldra before everything went to, well, shit. I need to figure out what people had in the 90s for parades and stuff. Also, I am not... It's not that... Okay, yeah, the program froze. So I think the program's overloading for the amount of things I have. But yeah, you'll get to see more episodes real soon. Ooh. Okay. That's why it was overloading. Anyway, thank you for that. Okay, it went back to normal. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. It was a wonderful time coming back. We're just about hitting 2 hours. Sure do, I'm eager to get any snippet I can. I even thought that it was from a maker of PZ. No, from what I know, the only thing that they do, the actual creators, the closest thing we've gotten to 3D Zomboid from them was the newspaper markings or the pictures. And I think the person who made the lore and the story is not even a part of the team anymore. So who knows what we might get out of him. But no, we're completely indie. But yeah, thank you all for coming. We'll probably stream again on, we try to stream every 2 days. So I think today is Friday, so probably Sunday. So we'll see what happens, and then we'll start building again. But I hope all of you take care, have a good evening, good morning, or good night.